Charlie Buscaglia, Charlie, obviously not happy to see a 13-point first-half lead disappear, but you've got to be happy with moving to 1-0 in NEC action.
Made a lot of mistakes there down the stretch. You know, it was fortunate that we were able to come away with the win tonight. You know, we didn't handle things too well down there in the last 3 minutes. Hit some shots down here, but down there on the defensive end, you know, we had a few major miscues there, and you know, we're lucky to get out of here alive.
Again, turnovers the bugaboo for Robert Morris. 25 turnovers today. However, you forced 26 by the Monmouth Hawks.
And we got after it a little bit in spurts. You know, we got after it in the first half for the first 10 minutes. Then we had a bad 10 minutes down there in the second half for the first half, the last 10 minutes. And then in the second half, again, we had spurts. You know, we caused turnovers in spurts. You know, Artie did a good job. Spanu on the weak side there, intercepting that skip pass in the zone. We saw that in film. We told her that, you know, look for that skip pass and go after it aggressively, and we did. And we stayed near their shooters for a while for the most part. But, again, down the stretch, you know, the turnovers, we needed them down the stretch there. We needed to do a few things to bother them. And then, you know, we didn't do that. And they had to miss some shots, fortunately. And then down the stretch there, they had, you know, a shot block there at the end there. You know, it was a scramble, you know, 2 or 3 shots. We didn't box out well. The turnovers mostly came from us pressuring the ball and getting tips. That was the biggest part of the turnovers were tips and, you know, pressuring the ball. So, you know, we got some things we got to work on. But, you know, 26 turnovers is a big number. But, you know, we could do better. We definitely could do a lot better.
Well, Coach Charlie, Mary DeRoche has had her most consistent 7 games of her career here in her senior season. But today she had a very special basketball game, 19 points, 11 rebounds. She clearly was the best player on the floor for the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, you know, Mary did a good job inside down the stretch for us again. You know, she had some moments there in the game where, you know, I didn't know if we were losing her or if she was going to, you know, be that go-to player. At the end of the game, you know, she stepped up, you know, finished some shots around the basket. We called her number a few times, you know, in the post. She caught the ball, had a nice hook in the lane, and then on the out-of-bounds play out of the timeout. You know, coach always likes to see when, you know, you call a timeout and then you run an out-of-bounds play and you try to set them up for something that you get a real good look, and we got a layup there, and, you know, she finished off. So, you know, that was really good. That the biggest play for Mary, I think, today was that, you know, that's kind of, you know, showing people where she's come from a freshman to a senior now, is that run out that we had when we got the rebound and Bree had the ball in the middle of the floor and Mary was running in the middle of the floor there, and she got the ball and dribbled it all the way in from the top of the key and laid it in. She was going in a real fast speed there, and for a center, you know, that's special to see a center get the ball and dribble it in like that and put it in, and that's kind of what signified Mary coming from a freshman all the way now to a senior. Those are the kind of moments that we need from her.
Certainly you can't be pleased to see Artemis Spanu and Bree Ty combine for 18 of your 25 turnovers today. 2 of your better players combining for that many turnovers can't make a coach happy.
No, you can't be happy. Your point guard can't have 11 turnovers. It's a real big number. You know, she's got to sometimes, you know, take care of the ball a little bit better, and when she gets into the lane, she's been doing a better job of that. When we came out to North Carolina, you know, she was taking care of the ball a little bit better, and we thought that we were getting her more understanding what we were trying to do on offense. And you know, today, you know, just driving, kicking was, you know, throwing the ball away. A lot of times she'd get in the lane, help would come, and, you know, she was throwing the pass off or, you know, throwing it too high. And, you know, a lot of it was in transition too, you know, knowing who you're throwing the ball to. You know, you can't throw the ball, you know, 15 feet up in the air to a guard, and, you know, you can't throw the ball, you know, lob the ball up to Anna Galite underneath the basket, you know, on a break. It's stuff that you just got to understand. Is I'm dribbling the ball on the floor, I got to know my surroundings. Who can I throw that pass to, and how can I throw it? And I think that was probably half of the turnovers. We're really just pushing the ball and, you know, throwing the ball wild when we had people open.
Well, you have just 2 days to prepare for the Fairleigh Dickinson Knights. What's it going to take against Fairleigh Dickinson to move to 2-0 in NEC action?
It's going to take, you know, I haven't seen them on film yet, but we're definitely going to be watching them tonight. You know, we're going to have to take a lot better play down the stretch there on the defensive end. No matter who we're playing, you know, we have to really execute some of the defensive schemes, you know, to get stops down the stretch. So, you know, Fairleigh Dickinson last year, you know, came into this gym, we were up like 30 at the half. It was a big score at the halftime, and they came all the way back to cut it to single digits with about 7, 8 minutes to go. So they had a lot of momentum, and, you know, I think that same team is, you know, pretty much intact there. You know, they have maybe a few kids, you know, new, but, you know, those players are going to remember that. So, you know, last time they were in this gym, you know, they were getting embarrassed, and they came all the way back to, you know, make it a, you know, a close game, and we had to get some buckets down the stretch to win that game. So going by last year, you know, they're going to come after us, and they're not going to want to, you know, they're not going to come out in that first half, I'm guessing, like they did last time. So defensively, we have to step it up at the end. I can't stress that enough. They had some offensive rebounds down the stretch and some looks, and if we allow that to, you know, Fairleigh Dickinson, I'm going to think that we're going to have a big trouble with them.
Again, your final score, Robert Morris defeating Monmouth 57-54. The Colonials 1-0 in NEC action and 6-1 in Northeast, 6-1 overall rather, and 1-0 in NEC action. Coach Charlie, congratulations on the victory. We'll talk to you again on Monday.
Thanks for everybody coming out. You know, I took a look around in a timeout. I saw a really good crowd out there today, and that's what we need. We need support. I think the crowd really helped us down the stretch there. So, you know, we need people to come out more consistently and be here to support the team. You know, we're 6-1 now and 1-0 in the league. You know, we need the fans to respond.
Again, Robert Morris with the victory, 57-54 over the Monmouth Hawks. Back in 2 minutes with more of the pregame show right here on RMUColonials.com.